In the heart of a lush green forest, there lived a tiny, cheerful elephant named Tim. Tim was as curious as they come, always wandering around and discovering new corners of his vibrant home. One sunny morning, as he explored the shimmering edge of a lake, Tim stumbled upon a peculiar sight. There on a rock sat the most colorful little bird he had ever seen, with feathers that sparkled like a rainbow. The little bird, who went by the name Piu, was attempting quite valiantly, but clumsily, to fly. Seeing Piu's colorful wings flap awkwardly, Tim laughed with warmth, sending a heartfelt greeting. Tim and Piu quickly became the best of friends. The fact that one was so big and the other so small didn't matter. Together they were unstoppable. Tim and Piu ventured through the forest, sharing stories and dreams. Tim would share tales of his travels, and Piu would chirp about the sky he hoped to conquer. One cloudy afternoon, a sudden storm rolled in. The sky darkened, and mighty winds began to whip through the forest. Tim and Piu, though surprised, faced the storm together. Tim used his large ears to shield Piu from the rain, and Piu sang songs to keep their spirits high. As the rain poured harder, Tim spotted a fallen log that could serve as a shelter. They huddled together, feeling safe in each other's company until the storm passed. Another day, the friends faced a fast-flowing stream blocking their path. Piu was too small to cross it alone. Tim couldn't let his friend stay behind. Ingeniously, Tim gently lifted Piu with his trunk and held him high enough to see well. Piu then discovered a narrow tree trunk bridge hidden nearby that could guide Tim across safely. Using their combined wits, both friends made it to the other side. But Piu's greatest challenge was still ahead of him. He longed to soar high into the sky like the other birds, but each attempt resulted in a tumble rather than triumph. Tim was determined to help. Every day, Tim would lift Piu onto his broad back and encourage him to flap his wings. Slowly, Piu grew stronger and bolder, learning to balance and take off from Tim's wobbly trunk. Finally, the day came when Piu felt ready to try flying on his own. Encouraged by Tim's gentle trunk nudges and believing in himself, Piu leaped into the air and flapped with all his might. Tim watched with pride as Piu rose higher and higher, his colorful wings catching the golden sunlight. Piu glided gracefully through the air, hopping from branch to branch. Tim trumpeted happily, knowing that his friend had finally realized his dream. Piu, exuberant with joy, swooped down beside Tim. Piu perched affectionately on Tim's head. From that day forward, Tim and Piu explored not just on the ground but high up in the treetops too. Together, the unlikely duo had proven that with a little help and a lot of courage, anything was possible. Their friendship taught them to embrace their unique gifts. They knew that no challenge was too big if faced together.